Hello and welcome on to episode 10 of the Apprentice Angle. I can't believe how fast we've flown through this series so far. We're now into double figures for the series, the 10th episode, and it's all going very, very well. So today we're going to sort of move away from the norm in which we do really and go through the whole list of winners for the week from apprentice jockeys. And we're going to focus in on some big achievements this week because there actually has been some significant achievements for some apprentice jockeys over the last couple of days. Claims ridden out twice. Jockeys going down to £3, hitting the half century, and also notable first winners at the other stage of some apprentice jockeys' career. So a lot's happened in this week. It's quite an important episode to get through, which is why we're going to streamline this episode today and just narrow things down a little bit more compared to what I usually do. So we're going to kick things off by focusing on Tuesday. Johnny Pete hit the half century for his career, knocking his claim from £5 down to £3 here with a nice winner for Jim Goldie up at air aboard St Andrews Castle. Now, Johnny's been a jockey we earmarked right at the start of this series as one to follow, and he's had a very good start to his season, as we've mentioned in previous episodes as well. He had that good start to the season on Lincoln Day aboard Harswell Duke in the Spring Mile, and things have just slowly flowed along over the course of the early part of this season, like any good apprentice needs for it to do, of course. They need support from their main yards, which he has done in Roger Fell, and also outside trainers as well, which Johnny has done with the likes of Gabe Kellaway, we mentioned down south, and also here aboard St Andrews Castle for Jim Goldie, with a nice outside ride for Jack Jones, a very much informed Jack Jones yard at Yarmouth during the week as well. Chagall, I think he finished unplaced in the final apprentice race, I think it was on the card, but still an outside ride and for a very good for a very good informed yard. Sorry, is always a big plus here. And Johnny's had a fantastic start to his season, as we mentioned, and I'm pretty sure that hopefully by the end of the season, he'll be pushing up to near 95, you'd like to think, or even at the start of next season to try and ride that claim out. He was very unlucky aboard Maurice Diamond at the Dante meeting a couple of weeks ago up at York, when just touched off with a nice handicap there as well. But Johnny's had a very good start to his season, and it's great to see him hit the big 50, the half century now, and his claim is now claiming £3 going forward. Sticking with the exact same card, we had a claim ridden out as well at air on Tuesday. It went away with Ollie Stammers, who's really taken everything in his stride, pardon the pun, and he's moved forward so far this season. Now hit the 95 winner mark, and his claim is now gone. He achieved this aboard Walking on Clouds for Grant Dewar. Grant himself's been a massive support to Ollie over the course of the winter, and I'm pretty sure Walking on Clouds finishes the all-weather most winning horse over the course of the winter months between November and all-weather championship finals day on Good Friday. I think he won the most prize money and the most races within that period. And Walking on Clouds here went in again, this time on the turf, to give Ollie Stammers that big 95th winner and the claim ridden out. As we mentioned, Ollie started off with Mark Johnston at the time and has built some good outside connections too. As we mentioned as well, Grant's been a massive support to him here. Very capable jockey, very strong, pretty tall as well, but a tidy rider as well. And I have no qualms that Ollie can't make it as a fully fledged professional now. I think he's got all the tools to achieve that, and this is a massive feather in his cap going forward. And finally, to round up the card at air on Tuesday, Will Pyle was back in the Winston enclosure, giving Novak a very polished, tidy ride to win quite cosily in the end for Ian Jardine. Will is at the opposite end of his career, just getting going again now, as we mentioned before last week and the week before, after a broken back injury. But he's really kicked on now. A nice couple of winners have been accumulated over the course of the last coming weeks, and he's doing very, very well with the horses he's getting on. He's a very good young, tidy jockey who's very much well worth his £7. Now moving into Wednesday, a first career winner for Ryan Kavanagh. This was a very nice ride in the opening apprentice handicap aboard Rakisa. A fantastic front running ride here where he broke out the gates, led all the way, and Habanero Star and Luke Catton in second place just could not catch the leader. It was a very good ride and a very good, intelligent ride to actually have the awareness to take on the pace early on, have that initiative to kick off the bend as well, kick on turning for home and win quite cosily. The horse ran quite well on last Saturday at Doncaster too, and finishing fourth again in an apprentice handicap behind Divine Comedy, who's gone out and won again since, but we'll touch upon him a little bit later on in the episode. But it was great for Ryan here. He's attached to the Amy Murphy team, was going to go down the route of becoming an electrician during lockdown, but then moved during lockdown to Amy Murphy's to ride horses and get into the racing yard. And he's not looked back since. A couple of rides so far to date as well. I do believe he rode George Morland on the exact same card in the final race, but finished unplaced. But it's a great start for Ryan here. He's got a great attitude, a nice tidy rider who I think can definitely get more winners over the course of the summer. He's very much the name to watch in the Apprentice series, the Apprentice only handicaps, the Hands and Hills series over the course of the summer. He's one to watch in terms of getting on some nice horses. I'm not too sure who his agent is at the moment, but whoever it is doing a good job with him so far, just guiding him upon the right path. And I'm pretty sure Ryan will have a very good summer and a good career as well going forward. Also on that Yarmouth card, Rose Doors once again seems good effect here. Aboard Cherry Cola for Sheena West. Dropped Cherry Cola in quite handily, did Rose in mid-division here. Had a lovely run up the rail, and Cherry Cola pulled away to win quite comfortably. Again, Rose herself, we mentioned her over the last couple of episodes as well. Ross Burkett, her agent, is doing a fantastic job with her. Still claiming her £5, but this is a very good winner for Rose and a much needed winner as well. She had a quiet spell at the moment, but this is very much for Rose anyway, back to winning ways. Free step as well on Wednesday, won narrowly in the last here for Kaya Fraser, just narrowly denying Revolutionary Man and the late thrust with Billy Loughnane on board here. But Free Step just clung on right on top of the line here to win, but I think it was a nose in the end here. And we mentioned again Kaya and Divine Comedy won again later on during the week as well, up at I do believe it was uh, Haydock, sorry, it was at Haydock on Thursday afternoon, pretty comfortably as well there. So it's been a good week for Kai. I think 3 rides so far this week, 3 winners. Kai's in very much red hot form at the moment too. A very good £7 claimer who's really taken the move to Harry Eustace's yard in his stride as well. Again, if you pardon the pun, since coming out of the Chris Ward team, who unfortunately had to retire, sorry, due to the ongoing cost of becoming a trainer. We saw Martin Smith too in recent weeks, the second new market trainer to fall by the wayside. In terms of the current climate, it's very hard at the moment for trainers to be sustainable, especially those smaller yards too, are perhaps not getting the quality horses that the bigger yards get. It's always harder for them to make ends meet and to keep paying the bills and keep owners happy as well. So that was a slight sour note to what's been a positive week really in the racing world. But as for Kai, we mentioned before, he's in red hot form at the moment, kicking on now, and I don't think he's all that not too far away now from finishing off and riding out a £7 claim, getting to that big 20 winner mark. And I'm confident he can achieve that before October anyway. Also up on Wednesday afternoon as well, it was a fantastic double for Alex Jarry here, a first career double for him up at air during the week as well. On Wednesday, winner from aboard Muka and Hostellery. Hostellery just got up right on top of the line. This was a really good ride, actually. One of those races, really, which it's very much what happened next from a question of sport, really, where the winner was, well, what looked to be the winner, I should say, was about 7 lengths clear coming into the final half furlong. And you were thinking to yourself, watching the race, that the winner could not get caught. But fair play to Alex on Hostellery. He kept going all the way to the line and just right on top of the winning post, got the horse's head right down on the line where it mattered to win. And Alex himself was formerly with Michael Bell, moved up north to Nigel Tinklers, and has had a very good start to his season now. First career double here for him. He's a very nice, tidy rider, very strong too. He's worked very hard over the last couple of months to really improve his riding, I should say. And he's definitely going upon that right path to hopefully having a good season again here. First double achieved, and he's definitely on the right path to hopefully having a good summer. Now, back to Thursday. We've touched upon Kaya Fraser, of course, winning at Haydock in the Apprentice Series handicap aboard Divine Comedy. And we'll move down to Billy Loughnane's double at Wolverhampton on Thursday. Now, we've not mentioned Billy for a while now, which is a bit of a surprise, really, but a nice double here aboard Victoriano for Brian Ellison, and also triggered in the last race for his dad, Mark. Billy's very much the one to watch so far this summer. Got all the headlines for the right reasons. A first classic ride, and it's nice to see him back upon the winners. He had a nice winner at Bath yesterday too, which is always great to see as well. And I think we're very much in the early stages of the championship. I think I'm not too sure who's top of the championship at the moment. I'm trying to get a hand on the table, but it's not been updated yet, which is quite disappointing, of course, to not be able to check that. But I'll keep checking as well to see who's top of the table and give a more accurate report on the title standings as they stand at the moment. But very much Billy's probably in the top 2 or 3 at the moment anyway. And it's good to see him back upon the winners here. And also, Benoit de la Sayette, another claim ridden out here at Chelmsford on Thursday evening aboard Spit Spot in the opening apprentice handicap here. Again, another narrow success for James Fanshawe, but it takes Benoit to the magic 95 now. His claim's ridden out. A long time coming too, really, for a jockey who will go on to have a fantastic career, I do believe. He's very polished, very good, very stylish. He ticks all the right boxes here. And who knows, he could end up being #1 at Clarehaven in the not too distant future for Jonathan Thady Gosden. He's got all the tools to achieve that. And again, it's fantastic to see Benoit ride out his claim here. It's going to be a little bit harder now, of course, not being able to claim. But a young jockey of his calibre shouldn't have too much trouble, really, I don't think. And I think he's got a cracking future ahead of him. A very good young rider, and it's great to see him hit the big 95 here. And finally, just to wrap things up, we round up again, focusing in on Chelmsford on Thursday with Sahek winning pretty comfortably here. Again, the 9-year-old going in and winning well for Mia Nichols here. A good Mia Nichols ride as well. She had a very good start to her career, and it was great to see Sahek win there. That was episode 10 of the Apprentice Angle, guys. If you did enjoy it, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel if you're new as well, and we'll see you all again soon.